This is Greg Canty here, and welcome to the Win Happy podcast. Stay tuned for interesting chats with interesting people about winning their lives and being happy at the same time. This show has been brought to you by Fusion Communications. Thanks for listening. In part 2 of a 2-part podcast, I chat with Daryna Hruzdieva, recruitment resourcer with AA Eurogroup. In part 1, she spoke about escaping from Kyiv, Ukraine, leaving her happy, successful life behind, and finding her way to Ireland with her family. On this episode, she speaks about the kindness of strangers, in particular the host family Mike and Matilda Morrison in Fermoy. She also speaks about her state of depression and how her mum Victoria brought her out of this, and the rebuilding of her life, including the new role with AA Euro and the huge challenge of finding a place to live. Let's hear from Daryna. What date did you come into Ireland?
For my mom's birthday, 24th March.
24th of March.
So first it was a gift for me to escape from Kyiv, and second gift was for her to escape for country where we can settle in. And if we even didn't know, like we supposed maybe it will be over so fast and we will back in the summer, but in the end of the April we understood that probably it will be for a year, so we need to stay here, build a life, and now we even understand that probably we will need to stay here for years or maybe forever, you know.
For a very independent woman, you know, you're enjoying your career, everything is going well, and suddenly you actually depend on other people's help. That must be quite a change in your head, is it? To even...
Firstly, I was feeling uncomfortable. I remember I came to Ireland and one lady started to give me 50 euro. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I don't need your money. Like, I feel like even uncomfortable because previously, as you thought, I was so independently and I always help to people. And now I feel like I'm on the another side and I feel uncomfortable and and I feel that I don't know English very well to do what I want in the past, you know. So I was on the very opposite side and like your life again from the zero, something like that. Like new game.
And you were staying with a host family for a while, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah. With a host family, very nice family. We still talking with them, have a good relationship.
Yeah, and it's kind of strange because in Ireland, you know, we heard all of the news, the 24th of February, this is terrible. I remember going to the park and there was some friend of mine and they were making a speech about Ukraine. We have to help Ukrainian people. The war is terrible. And for a while, you know, people had their blue and yellow flags. But quickly, life goes on. And quickly, the news goes on. And I know the government were talking that, you know, lots of Ukrainian people, there's lots of refugees, they'll need help. If you've got homes, are you willing to take people in? And we were thinking about it, you know, I was talking to my wife, and of course, since COVID, we're all working from home and all that kind of thing. I think, well, maybe, you know, we should have a family. And then you start thinking a little bit selfishly. You're thinking, okay, well, what would that be like? And how long will this go on for? And is this going to be a big disruption on your life? So quickly, you go from maybe a bit like you and your life in Kyiv, you know, your independent living, you might give someone 20 euros because you feel sorry for them, but you're not going to invite them into your house and change your whole life. So it was such a wonderful thing for that host family and so many of the other host families to do that.
I definitely agree with you. It's not easy to living with the strangers, and you don't know what kind of strangers come to your house, you know, and and you don't understand for how long. Yeah, you ask a very good question. One thing's to living with them 2 weeks, 2 months, but maybe not more, because everyone would like to have their own life with their own habits and stuff like that. So I think, yes, these families who accepted Ukrainians, they are heroes in this situation too. And I would like to say, for some Ukrainians, not easy to living with another family too. Everyone would like to have their own space, and it's normal, yeah. But you know what kind of accommodation crisis in Ireland? I don't know if a government will listening our podcast. Please start to build apartment complex, like 5, 8 floors. I know Irish people prefer houses, but maybe Irish can buy this apartment and give for rent to migrants. Not bad too, because it would be very, very big problems.
And your host family, what were their names?
Mike and Matilda Morrison.
Well, a big hello and a big thank you to Mike and Matilda Morrison. Very good people. How long were you?
Very good people. They always helped to us. We was with them 2 months and half. 2 months and half. So very good family, very good child. They always help to us, and very big thanks for Matilda, because after COVID time, everyone afraid COVID. You're after flights, and she accept us. I don't know. She gave food. She gave shampoo, everything what you need, like after escaping, because we wasn't without anything, and. I was a volunteer in Fermoy with another Irish people, and thanks for that that they organized organization what helping in Fermoy, and stuff like. They always wanted to help. It's unbelievable.
Do you remember that day when you were in bed in Poland and you couldn't get out of bed? Was there a time when you started to feel a little bit normal again?
I think in the end of April.
Okay.
In the end of April. So when I came to Ireland, I'm still feeling not good, but I didn't want to show it to people who accept us, and my mom always tried to push me, because you need to continue to live, don't need to be in this depression.
Yeah, your mother is a good woman. She's a tough woman, isn't she?
She's very tough and stronger. She had a lot of problems in her life, and she always. Maybe that's why I know how to do good things.
What's her name?
Victoria.
Victoria. What's she doing now? How is she getting on in Ireland?
So she is good. She is attending English courses. She was a volunteer in Ukrainian hub Palyanica. And now she is volunteer and in the Vincent, if you know charity Vincent.
Okay. And is she okay? Is she happy? Is she?
Yeah. She told me she's very love Ireland, and that's why she's volunteer everywhere to develop English. Yeah. Because she's not good in English, but she tried her best.
Yeah, well, maybe we can meet her and bring her for dinner, and she can practice her English with us.
Okay.
Yeah, where are you living now?
So I was living in Mitchellstown. So something nice happened with us. We got a house in Mitchellstown. It was DIU charity program, if you know, with a bus. So me and my mom got a house. And after a while, we bring to this house my grandmother. Also my father, because he has disability, he can see by his one eye, and also he was all occupation in Bucha, and after explosion he can hear by his one. And he has a lot of problems with the health, so just took to him that he doesn't feel lonely in Bucha, and maybe here hospital helps him. I don't know. I took him for a while, and also my godmother came to this house in December, because it's a problems with electricity, with stuff like that in Ukraine, and she lost her job. So, and I have work in Cork, and I decided that I will move from this house for a while to Cork.
And and of course, Mitchelstown is a big, huge city with a huge population, exactly the same as Kyiv.
Are you kidding? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no. As Mitchelstown is a very nice, small, peaceful town, and Cork, it's a place where I have work. Yeah, where I have job, and I don't. Before I spent 2 hours one way to get my office. You, so 4 hours per day just only for traveling. But I had a very big motivation to work in this company, and I needed, Daryna, you need to get up at 6, have these 2 buses, and after back home, because I would like to because like I have possibility to work as a recruiter in the agency, in office, with not a perfect English. You know what? It's a huge option for me.
When did you decide, okay, enough of this? I need to, yeah, I need to get going and I need to get back to my life and working.
To be honest, even if I had depression, I also understand that I need to start to search for work, for job, because like I couldn't live with these people all times. It don't do anything and stuff like that. So I told to Matilda that I need to work, and I told to her and to my mom maybe I will start to work like a salesman or cashier, and she and my mom told no. We sent me your CV. Matilda told me I will review it, maybe change something because in English, yeah. And you will start looking for job as you had in Ukraine, because I feel you're English enough for first stage, and you have a great experience, almost 5 year like a recruiter. So no, 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 no. He told me, Daryna.
Good
And
advice.
yeah, so they believed in me too much. I'm like, okay, if you and my mom insist, okay, like I will try to looking for a job as like a recruiter or a sourcers, yeah, something like that. So how it was, we prepared CV. Once I was in Cork and I saw recruiting agency, and my mom told me, so don't be shy, let's go and like have a talk. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if he'll ask me something I will not understand, it's English, la la la. And so it was near Patrick Street, and we came to this office. I thought to, hi, I'm Daryna, I'm Ukrainian, I'm here like less than 1 month, and I'm looking for a job, maybe like a recruiter. Maybe you can give me some advice. Maybe you need a worker and stuff like that. And this man was talking with me. I plenty understood him, and he told me, "Hey, Daryna, you know what? Take my visit card and send me your CV. Probably we will find for you something." But to be honest, I didn't send, maybe because I felt that I'm not enough to ready to come for work, you know, because when you're working, you need to feel right, not like you can thinking about anything. But in the same time, Matilda. So I was living in Clowndeline. It's a country near Fermoy, and we met her relative, and she told to her, you know, Daryna, she's a very good recruiter, and she's looking for a job. You're living in Cork. It's Idel, name of a woman who helped me with the work. And Idel to her, oh, nice, send me her CV. Nice to meet you, Daryna, and I will forward your CV to different agency who I know person. So I remember I had so Adele called me and told me, you already have a first interview with the agency, and I was very worried. I told to my mom, oh, I'm not ready to go to this interview. I don't know English very well. And after that, I asked myself, what could happen worse if I will come to this interview? They just say, you know, thank you. So I thought myself, I was escaping from the war. I'm alive. And now I'm worried to go to the interview. What's wrong with you, woman? So go to this interview. They will say, okay, you always have your option to go to like a salesman or cashier or even cleaner. You know what? So I went to this interview, meet a nice lady. She was talking with me and told me, okay, let's go to our office, to our boss. He was talking with me, asked me like, what did you do? Where did you study? Stuff like that. Told me that he doesn't have a role in his company for me, but he will send me a list of companies, and he plenty sure that I will find a job in a few weeks. Like he told me, yeah, your English is not perfect, but a lot of people here have even worse than you, so it would be enough maybe to start your career in recruitment. So, and after that, Idel sent some of my CV to different companies, and I also sent my CV in LinkedIn. I had a few interview, and one of them was with company AA Euro Group. So I had first team calls, and after that they invited me into their office in Cork. And they asked me a right question: what kind of I see work in agency, and I know what's the difference between working as in recruitment in agency and when you're inside recruiter. And for me was very important what kind of people in this company, because I appreciate in the past, like first, maybe not even salary first, it's what kind of who is my colleagues, who is these people, because now we have spent half of our life on work, and the people must be nice near you, and you must like what you do. And after a second stage, they told me, Daryna, we would like to give you recruitment resourcer position. We would like to offer you. So I was happy. Just one was problems that I felt that I'm not still ready to go for work, and another problems was I was living in Clowndeland without any buses. I don't have a car, I can driving, and I start to searching for accommodation. And it was, what the kind of problems in Ireland. You can have a great job, have a possibility to pay rent, but nothing available for you to rent. So I don't know how many times we have. I had interesting story how I get accommodation in Cork. It was before Mitchellstown. Yeah, I think universe helped me. What happened? My mom back to Ukraine to check in Bucha her apartment, because Russian soldiers left Bucha, and a lot of apartments was without windows, without doors, and she needed to fix it. And in this same time, I understand that I say to a Euro group, okay, and I would like to this job. I would like to work in this company because the supervisor looks like very nice, and my colleagues, I met them, looks like very nice, and that's what I did before. So a good chance for me. So I'm like, okay, universe, please help me. I need accommodation in Cork, because I was looking neighbors in Clowndeland. With him, I can go to Cork. Someone doesn't go every day. Someone not suitable. Like you can came to Cork, but with him you will back. Like you will back to Fermoy, and what else? 5 kilometers walk. So not easy. So what next? I ask universe, please help me, because I almost have pandemic attack how to find this accommodation. And I don't know, something said me inside, go tomorrow to Cork. I don't know, Greg. I don't know. Maybe it's God. I don't know who it was. Something said me, go tomorrow to Cork. So I called to my neighbors in Clowndeline, like, can I go with you to Cork? They are going to Cork in the morning. They told me, okay. And I was going to the Vincent Center when Ukrainians get something, I don't know, voucher or clothes, something like that. I was standing near these people. I just was walking in Cork, see Ukrainians. And I met one woman with with children, and we started talking with her. She told me, I don't know English, I need to fill out all documents. I told to her, we will go together with you, I will translate you, like I'm free, don't need to do anything. And I asked you, where are you living? She told me, in Cork. I asked you, where are you living in Cork? She told me, oh, just a few days we came to Cork and we are living in student accommodation. I'm like, okay, I was thinking about that too. So I told to her, does they have available rooms for Ukrainians? And she told me, I don't know, we can go after we make all documents, you can go with me and ask them. So I was going with her, and we asked, and administrator told, yes, we have rooms. I told to him, can you call to the city west that I need a room, because like I can't live anymore with my host family. Also to there came a sister with children from America, and also I have a job in Cork, and etc., etc., etc. And she told, unfortunately, we can't call. You need to come to Dublin, to City West by your own. So I took all my baggage from my host family, because if you come to City West, it means that you don't have a place. But my family don't want to get out me. But in the same time, we understood that time to move. So I took my luggage, come to Dublin, to City West, and told to them, like, I don't have a place to live, I need accommodation. And I know that I have a work I have proposition for work in Cork. So I know in student accommodation, name of the student accommodation, they have still available rooms for Ukrainians. Can you give me this possibility? So I got one of this room in this student accommodation, and also near me, under my wall, was another empty room. And I was praying to the God, please keep this room for my mom, because I can't rent not like rent. I can't book before she came. So she came to City West, told to her, my daughter living here, and they have empty room, and she got this room too, because it's only one bed in room, unfortunately not two bed. I asked, can you maybe put two beds? They told it's small room, no possibility. So, and I was living in Cork for 2 months, and during this time, even before I moved to Cork, my Irish volunteer told to me that DIU bus looking for families who need accommodation, and TV came to us and make recording a video, and I don't know how they choose, and we was lucky we get a house. So when we was pushed from the student accommodation, because in the end of the summer students is coming, we moved to Mitchellstown. But what the story is, if you would like something too much and your focus on your goals, like job, like found in Cork, because you understand that you would like to have this job and you need to have accommodation, something with a bus or in the city, you will always have it. Just focus your energy, and you need to have it from your inside, like, yeah, I would like this job, and do everything for it. Yeah, I would like to have accommodation, and you do everything for it. Yeah, sometimes I thought maybe I'm lucky, but people told me, no, you're not lucky, you're driven. Like, if you want something, you get it.
Talk to the universe.
Yeah, talk to universe, but not only sitting on the chair and talk to universe. Do something, some action.
Talk to the universe, be positive, make it happen, get focused.
Yeah.
Tell me, how is work going?
Everything is fine. I have in AA Euro group, in our company, I have a very good, such a nice colleagues. I was like, for me, after all bad things, it was very important to have a good environment, colleagues who can always support you. Yeah, with him you can make a joke. So I'm very happy with my current company, with my role, with this chance, like, people in a Euro group, like, amazing. Yeah, and we are focused for construction sector, and of course in first few months it was a bit scary for me, because my English is not perfect, and to be honest, don't be offended, when Irish people talks, it's very another pronunciation. Sometimes it's hard to get what you talk. But anyway, now I'm progressing my English after 6 months.
Really
And
good.
also we had a few projects for Ukrainians, what was for me very important too, because it's like a job, and also in the same time I help to my people to find a job and settle it. So we had project in hospitality sector. Also, we have project in construction, like a general operator, labor worker, something like that, where you don't need to know English very well, maybe just basic level stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to be if compare with another maybe people and with compare what happened in my life, I'm lucky. I must be satisfied. Yeah, sometimes I'm sad, Greg. Yeah, sometimes I think, oh, maybe in Ukraine I would be. I'm like head of recruitment department, or also I wanted to attend 1 day per week in university, like a lecture. Yeah, in recruitment or in seminars. So here I don't have enough English to do it, and maybe it's another process also. But anyway, I'm thanks for everything what I have here. I have my family. I have house. I'm living in Cork. Found a place to. I have a job. Like on Monday, I back to the gym finally. So life is back in how it was.
Yeah, good. And I know they're good people there. Dennis Casey is a friend of mine, and I know. Yeah, I know their ethos, and I know how.
And you know what, Greg, I would like to tell you. Like, as I from Mitchellstown to Cork, my way will always 2 hours, and sometimes it's traffic. It's problem with bus. I was late every day. I was late on my work. And you know what? Dennis told me, okay, Daryna, don't worry. Like, I know you do your job. Like, it's a very important, like, feel like some flexibility from the company.
Yeah, I think he knows how hard it was for you to get to work, that huge journey that you've been on. In terms of the other Ukrainian people that are here, and I can only imagine how much worry and how unsettled they are and everything else. From an Irish point of view, when you know there's a Ukrainian community in your town or in your village in Mitchelstown or in Ballincollig where I live, and we look at the Ukrainian people, and you're always a bit nervous because do they want you to say hello or do you not want them to say hello? What would you say to Irish people, the people who live in those communities, who see all of these lovely new visitors to their place, people who that they didn't choose to be here, quite clearly, they've left their own countries. What's the best way for us to make you feel welcome and included?
Greg, to be honest, I was thinking about this question before you asked me today. A bit complicated question. I will explain why. Because it depends from what part escape person. Did she lose house? Someone in like someone would like to say hello and to integrate to the Irish community. Someone even like don't touch me, don't say me anything. Someone was complaining me like, I want to back Ukraine. I don't need anything here. So depends. But anyway, I think like how it was in Fermoy, we always say to everyone Ukrainians who's coming new, hello. We had a room in community center when we once per 2 week invited for coffee, tea, some cake. So like nobody pushed, like welcome to come to us, and who wants he come. Who are not ready to have a talk or stuff like that, okay, don't touch this person. Think it's like, because everyone have different situation and everyone have different reaction even for the same situation.
Yeah. So every situation is so different, so that there's no easy solution.
Yeah.
on the 24th of February 2023, should we do something? Should we walk in the city with
Yeah. I was thinking about. I'm living. I don't know. You're living in Cork or in Dublin?
Cork?
Cork. So I know some Ukrainians who have been living here for a long time, maybe 15 years, yeah, in Cork. They're very active. They are helping to rebuild house in Mitchellstown. They're making different, like walking with meetings. So maybe it would be nice to together to make some walk in Cork 24th of February, because it's 1 year since war is broke out.
Okay, so maybe you can talk to Dennis about that, and we're happy to help if you want to promote that or whatever. If there's a time, and encourage as many people as possible to, I don't know, bring a blue and yellow piece of paper or a flag or something, and we can just do something. It's important that we keep on reminding people that there's a terrible situation that's going on there that we cannot forget about ever. What do you think? What's going to happen? What's your plan now? Do you think you're going to end up going back to Kyiv, or
so
what do you think?
I know that our temporary protection postponed to 2024 of March. So I will stay in Ireland for 1 year more, and hopefully I will be still working in AA Euro group. So it's my plans. I'm not sure that I will back to Ukraine. Because I don't know when it will finish and when the war is over. I don't know what kind of situation will be in Ukraine. Maybe it would be a big economical crisis, and maybe if I'm a young woman who know English and have possibility to work in Ireland, maybe it would be better for me to stay here, and maybe I will found someone nice man and marry and have a family. Yeah, who knows? Like when people ask me what you would like to do, would you like to back to Ukraine? It's very hard for me to answer, Greg. You know what? Because how I know when it will over, what could be after, and what happened here in Ireland with my life.
Yeah, well, this is a podcast, so for the listeners who are listening to the podcast today, they can't see you, but I can guarantee, Daryna is a determined, very beautiful woman. So cue up.
Thank you. Small advertising.
Queue up for this woman who needs Tinder, to do dating in Ireland. So you're on the Win Happy podcast. What is happiness to you? And I'm sure your idea of this has changed a lot in the last 12 months.
Okay, give me a few seconds to create this tense in my mind in English. I think happiness is when you're listening yourself inside and follow yourself inside, and you know that doesn't matter what happened in your life, you can rebuild everything. And happiness happiness in the small things, when you appreciate small things, when you appreciate your own way, and you understand that it doesn't matter what happened in your life, everything for a reason. Even bad things gives to us to make us stronger or learn some lesson or stuff like that. Because everything what happened with me, even in the past, even not the war, now I understand why happened this or that situation. So happiness, it's when you live your own life and don't compare you with another people, because someone can driving Porsche and feel even worse than you. Okay. Because he can, I don't know, it's like a happiness. Happiness, it's not 24 per 7 week yet. Happiness in this, it's now you can feel happy, in the same time you can after 2 hours feel something wrong, something sad. Happiness, and when you feel resource and energy to follow your way, something like that.
Cool. You have a lot of experience, and a lot of experience that most people will never have in their lives. So you've got such an incredible perspective on this. a thing I talk about is winning happy. So at this point in time in your life, if you think I'm going to succeed, I've got objectives, I've got targets, what would those targets be like? And say, yes, I achieved this. And it doesn't have to be money or anything like that. What would that look like for you?
So my English, like native speaker. So probably in a future more higher role, with more responsibilities, and also I would like to buy my own house in Cork.
Okay, that's that's what winning looks like. Well done. Will it be in Mitchelstown?
So Mitchelstown, I don't know. It's like house. It's a house what we have when the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And like it's a lot of. I thought it's a lot of my family's members in this house. And I say, as you told me, I'm an independent woman, so I need to be separated from my parents.
Yeah. Good idea. My very last question, and this is a tricky question that I ask everyone. What was your best day ever?
Best day ever? Oh, Greg, I have a lot of best days ever. I can't choose because it's days. To be honest, most of the days was unexpected. When people expected something from another people or how it must be, it never works. But the best things with us happened like when you don't wait for it, like it's happened, you just can't.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. I had in the past a lot of happy days. So maybe happiness is when you have a lot of happy memories and happy days at your life, and you always know that it will be repeat one day again.
Yeah, perfect. Daryna Hruzdieva.
Yeah.
I got that right. Thank you so much for coming on. The very, very best of luck in your career with AA Euro. I know they're a good company and they'll look after you well. The best of luck to Victoria, your mum, and your family here. The best of luck to all of your Ukrainian friends. And you'd never know, maybe we can do something on the 24th and just...
Greg, I wanted to say I already have idea. I don't know how we need to call to the government. Can we make a walking on the Patrick Street? Maybe join another companies to us or Ukrainians and make some walk.
Yeah.
Would be very nice, like your company, our company. Maybe I can call to our clients or stuff like that who would like to join us, and also Ukrainian people and other Irish people who would like to support. It would be very how it was in summer. It was I don't know, am I right with pronunciation? Guide Pride.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of people, it was a lot of companies. Maybe we could do something similar, and I can take a part of organization of it. We can discuss on another time about that. Would be very nice.
Well, I'm going to use your principle here. We're going to talk to the universe and we're going to be very determined, and let's do it. How about it?
Yeah, okay. Talk to universe and try to focus for your goal.
Yeah. So let's draw a call here. Let's have a conversation and we'll get Dennis involved and stuff, I think that sounds like a great idea. Daryna, thank you so much. It's Friday, so have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. You too.
Have a great weekend. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so honored to have you on here. Thank you. Take it easy.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Win Happy podcast, which has been brought to you by Fusion Communications. If you'd like to get in touch, feel free to send me an email at greg@fusion.ie. So until next time, take it easy.